Welcome to TRS Clips, India's fastest learning portal. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell icon. How does life feel like now? Because honestly, okay, I'll give you some outside perspective, right? You've got a lot very early, and I feel you're riding that wave incredibly well. So, like, what do you think about this right now in your head? Do you have gratitude in your heart? Do you have pressure in your mind? Just what's your state of mind right now with everything that's going on around you from the perspective of brand Ananya?
I mean, it's so weird to think of myself as like brand Ananya. You know, sometimes like if I hear my name randomly on the news, I don't associate myself with my name sometimes, which is a really strange feeling. Like if I see something on the news, I'll be watching it sometimes, be like, oh yeah, that's happening with Ananya. And then I'm like, oh wait, there's this just strange feeling which has been happening to me. But in general, I'm extremely grateful just because I get to be an actor. And that's what I've always wanted to be. You know, growing up, it's the only thing I knew how to be. There was never a moment, like obviously, okay, in school, I really enjoyed biology and my grandparents were doctors. So I kind of leaned towards that, but it was always brief. Like it was always like, I've always wanted to be an actor. So I'm just grateful that I get to do what I love every single day and I get paid for it as well. And how many people can say that, you know? So I'm extremely grateful for that. So it can get a little overwhelming sometimes because it's like I'm almost growing up, but like everyone's watching me grow
Dude,
up.
I started at 22 and I'm 28 now and I still feel I'm a kid. So I can't imagine what you went through at 18 and then what you went through at 23.
It's weird. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm way more mature for my age. You know, just my mind always goes towards work and I'm thinking in a different way. Like my priorities are not what probably a 21-year-old or a 20-year-old in college, their priorities are. Like, you know, those years usually people associate with kind of just like having fun or like partying or going out. But my mind doesn't lean towards those things. Like, I'm not saying that I don't like, you know, having fun and like chilling with my friends and stuff, but it's not a priority for me. It's kind of like if I get a break, then I like doing it.
People on the outside, when they see anyone who's famous,
Yeah.
there's too many assumptions made about that person. And there's also bracketing when it comes to that person. Like, I'm sure people bracket you in a particular way. They bracket someone else in a particular way. What does that bracketing / categorization / branding from the outside world make you feel like? Do you think you're misunderstood?
Sometimes I do, but then I'm like, there'll always be someone saying like whatever I say, there'll always be backlash towards that in a way. Like no one can completely understand where I'm coming from. And I don't think it's my job in that sense to explain myself to everyone. So sometimes I feel like I just need to, I don't have the wrong intentions. Like what I'm trying to say is not what comes out. So that's probably something that I've learned to be a little more mindful about. But what you said, I feel like everyone has so much baggage and so many hardships and struggles in that sense. And there'll always be someone who has it off better or who has it off worse. I don't think that you can put yourself in someone's shoes, but I don't think that's ever completely possible.
Yeah, I think all forms of online hate in a way are means to make the haters feel good about themselves. It's just how hate works, and it's a very human thing.
Yeah,
everyone hates. Like even you and me, we might have people who we look at and maybe judge, and that's a micro form of hate. And I feel even judgment is a form of just making yourself feel nicer.
Yeah, honestly, because it's almost an internal conversation that you're having, but because of social media, you're just like putting it out there because most of the time you feel like there's going to be no repercussion because there's so many names and comments. So where will anyone even like find you or reply back to you? So I think it's actually more unloading rather than
And I think we're living in weird times. Like
100%.
So many people have lost their jobs. So many people have still not completely bounced back from COVID.
I felt like that a little bit, but I felt like over the pandemic, I've genuinely seen a shift in people.
And in yourself?
In myself, of course, but if I talk about the general sentiment that they say on the internet, I was talking about this with my friend, I'm actually seeing people be much kinder.
In real life, on the internet?
In real life, I found most people kind anyway. I'm saying specifically on the internet. Like I'm genuinely, and it was something that I was hoping that people would become after the pandemic because you see so much around you and you can't help but be empathetic, you know. Everyone's going through something together and we have to come out of it together. No one's alone in this situation. And, you know, you are dealing with your personal thing, but this is something that we dealt with on a global level. So I definitely have I don't know if I'm right about it. I don't know if it's not because of this and I'm over, like, you know, probably confirmation bias in that sense, where you're thinking something or something else. But I genuinely feel like people have become slightly nice. So I don't know if that's just in my head.